On the way to the airport, I called Liam. A girl with a snort answered the phone. Sister Ella, Mr. Liu asked me to tell you. He's in a meeting. Or tell me something. I'll tell him about it in a moment. I shook my phone for a moment. This is Liam's new love. His academic qualifications are just ordinary too. It is impossible to stay in the elite field ANWA. But because Liam took a look at his resume at the beginning, I arranged to be a secretary by my side. This year, Liam and I don't know how many times he argued. I even rushed straight to the company. Have the Ministry of Human Resources fire him. But Liam protected him very well. Year down, he's still doing his job as his secretary. Follow Liam's sky, the south and the north and the earth. Until now, I'm finally tired of it. This tug-of-war with no end in sight. Now I realize that it doesn't make any sense at all. I didn't bother to pay attention to him. The tone was not very provocative. I just feel tired of it. Calmly, please tell him. I put the divorce agreement on the head of the bed. Just wait for him to come back and sign it. What? It's not over there yet. I hung up. When we used to quarrel and be fierce. I always think about how to make a big fuss if I really get divorced. Smashed the house. I'm not happy and I don't let him be better. But now it's really that far. Instead, I was at peace. I didn't take anything with me. Everything in the house that was shared with Liam. It all makes me sick. The only thing I took with me was myself. Moments before boarding, Liam sent me a message. I saw the divorce agreement. What's wrong with you? Even across the screen. I can also imagine his impatient expression. I didn't reply. Put your phone into airplane mode. In fact, we all know each other. Ever since Chloe became his secretary, Liam started to go home. It's getting late. He didn't have any women's hair on him. It didn't smell like any perfume either. It's just that he started staring at his phone for longer and longer, occasionally smiling, like a hairy boy who fell in love. I've knocked on the side a few times. Liam, however, just said lightly, "We are nothing. You're thinking too much." For the sake of the matter with Chloe. We quarreled I don't know how many times. I asked him to transfer him. Liam called me vexatious. I've cried, I've made trouble. Pleading, hysterical. I sat like a shrew in a mess. Threatened him with broken porcelain pieces. But he just said, Ella coldly, "Do you know that you look ugly right now?" I couldn't help but smile wryly. Yes, it's ugly. At that time, my whole body was like a demon. I love him so much. Or maybe it's the sunk cost I paid on him was too much. Just thinking about losing him. I felt a heart-rending pain. To put it bluntly, I'm not reconciled. I have been with him for 10 years. Accompany him from a penniless poor boy. Until now. Whoever sees him has to call him Mr. Liu. Why a person who has only known each other for a year? I can snatch him away from me. I started dressing myself. Study the dishes more carefully. Try to be gentle. I was separated from a woman I didn't know. Wishful thinking. Thought that this would bring back Liam. But last night when I went to pick up a drunk Liam, I saw him sitting on the side of the road with a young girl. A well-tailored dark suit. Slender legs naturally overlap. Sharp jawline. It was softened by the hard pedaling of the dusk. That face that was too pretty when I was a teenager. After years of polishing, the aura gradually settled. More calm and mature. It seems to be a sake that grows more and more fragrant. I suddenly remembered. When we first got together. We've been here too. Kind of sitting on the side of the road. I brought him my new dishes. He took a bite. Suddenly there was silence. I thought it wasn't tasty. A little nervous. What's wrong? Liam looked up. Suddenly looked at me and smiled. Just thinking, how can I have such a good wife? I blushed. Winter streets. He wrapped his coat around me. Exhale white air as he speaks. I'll have money later. My husband will pay you to open a big hotel. Just hang the plaque in your house. When the time comes, the whole world will know. How awesome my wife is. How delicious it is to cook. I raised my eyes, and he looked down. In those beautiful dark eyes, The lights of thousands of homes behind me were reflected. And my smiling eyes. That was a long, long time ago. It's been a long time if I hadn't seen this scene. I probably can't even remember. That boy with eyes full of me back then. Really, like he said, became rich. But the people around him are no longer me. How's that? Is it delicious? Chloe shook her feet and laughed. I made my own grilled rice balls. I've been doing this for a long time. Liam holds the humble grilled rice ball in his hand. The corners of the eyes and the tips of the eyebrows are gentle. It's delicious and me. And the soup I was carrying in my hand for 4 hours. It seems to have become a joke. Liam casually looked up at my hand. Action for a while. His brows furrowed subconsciously. What are you doing here? He lingling. He looked me up and down without a trace. Then he waved at me. Is it Sister Ella? He came over with a grin. I didn't expect you to look so good. The signature has not been mentioned in the company. He had a lot of drinks with a few developers today. Oops, is this your late-night snack? He took the lunchbox from my hand and opened it. The aroma of steaming fish soup wafts out, with a slight peppery spiciness. He took a deep breath. It smells so good. Come here. My sister's craftsmanship is really good. Subsequently, he glanced at me. Hook the corners of your lips. It's a pity that Shuming has just eaten. I brought grilled rice balls from home. He called him Shuming, a young girl in her early 20s. Even the provocation is so blunt. With a kind of ambition that is not afraid of heaven and earth. Or maybe it's Lu Shuming's preference. Gave him the courage to be straightforward. I looked at Lu Shuming. I don't eat the good food and food at home. The on the outside is fragrant. Is it? Liam's face sank. Chloe wasn't angry either. Pursed his lips and smiled. In fact, it doesn't matter what you eat. It only matters who you eat with. Eating coarse tea and light rice with people you like is also a delicacy of the mountains and seas. Eating a full banquet with a bored person is also the same as chewing wax. So here's the solution, are you right? I glanced at Chloe. Sneered yes. Of course, it is fragrant to eat feces between dogs and men. Chloe's face darkened. Stop talking. Liam stood up. The face is gloomy. Ella, you're going too far. I don't want to lose my temper in public. Lower your eyes. Let's go back. Liam finished the grilled rice ball in his hand. Called the driver. Get him home safely. In front of me. He emphasized to the driver without hesitation. Chloe pouted and got into the car. Before leaving, he glanced at Lu Shumin. It seems to be coquettish. I looked at her back. Also with adolescent girls. Even if you are arrogant. It's also clear-eyed. The high ponytail swayed behind him. Blood-white thighs are exposed under the short white skirt. Just like I did back then. Even between his eyebrows. It's all 3 points similar to me back then. I don't feel like I'm being sentimental. Liam is looking for the shadow of my youth in him. Probably that's the genre he's always liked. It doesn't matter if it's 20 or 30. I like girls in their early 20s. This evening, I didn't argue with Liam. I carried the futon to the guest room. He didn't stop me. Before leaving, I asked Liam one last question. What the hell do you think? I have loved this man for 10 years. This relationship. Even if it's death. I also want to die clearly. Liam smoked a cigarette from his case. Clip on fingertips. Bow your head for a moment. Suddenly, he came to his senses. I'm tired of the orange flames dancing in the air. He took a deep breath. Spit out white mist. Turned to look at me. I'm tired of you just going around me all day long. Ask me what to eat and what to eat every day. I'm married to a wife, not a cook. You cook for me except 3 meals a day. What else will be done? I looked at him for a moment. White mist fills the room. The one that used to hold me and say my dreams. It's a teenager who eats his wife's cooking all his life. As the smoke slowly dissipates, I finally dawned on me at this moment. It turned out that the boy I loved, it has long been polished and shattered in the years. It's gone. The man in front of him. It's no longer the love I remember. I didn't speak again. Turn away. The next day, Liam went to work as usual. About yesterday. He didn't explain a word to me. Probably he didn't feel the need for an explanation. In his opinion, I might still be the same as I used to. Swallow it when nothing happens. But I put that bowl and no one drank it. After pouring the cold and fishy fish soup into the toilet, went straight out and made a divorce agreement. Marriage and dishes. Actually, it's not that different. I suddenly figured it out. I can't eat this dish anymore. Then don't eat it. When sitting on an airplane, I looked out the window. Such a magnificent high-rise building. Gradually, it narrowed to the point where it could not be seen clearly. Then it was covered by a thick layer of clouds. Originally, I came to this city for Liam. He wants to come to the big city to start a business. I gave up my career as a chef. Follow him here. I still remember leaving. The owner of the restaurant was very uncomfortable. You are the most promising chef of all these years. If you stick to it, there's definitely a lot to be done. Why don't you do it? My family has a craft that has been passed down for generations. The ancestor took the plaque given by the emperor himself. I also want to carry forward the story recipes, but at that time my eyes were full of Liam. My parents left early. I only learned half of the recipes that year. They were in a car accident and gone. I was brought up by my grandmother. After Grandma left, I don't have any relatives in this world. I sometimes wonder, is it because of the people who appeared in my life? It's so little, that's why I cherish Liam so much. We'll make compromises again and again in order to keep him. He often skips meals for meetings. I am at home 3 times a day to recuperate. In order to accommodate his time, I gave up on my ideals, became a housewife. The passions and dreams of the past are slowly leaving me. Life is only ordinary firewood, rice, oil, and salt. But I'm willing to eat it. Because I like him. I naively thought that all we had to do was love each other. It's stupid to think about it now. It turns out that if you can't keep it, you can't keep it. Like the sand that the lyrics write can't hold. Just put it down. Didn't come back for a few years. My hometown has changed. The facade of the old neighborhood has been repainted. The neighbors have also become new faces. Only the street in front of the door is still as lively. In the evening, in the air, the smoke of barbecue and beer fills the air. I bought a bunch of vegetables. I'm going to treat myself to a good meal. Liam has a bad stomach. Can't eat spicy. I've been accommodating to his tastes all these years. I rarely eat my favorite spicy dishes. Sit on the bus. I'm thinking about cooking a few dishes tonight. A person suddenly pressed down next to him. I was startled and looked up, only to find out it was a young boy in a black hoodie. Keep your head down, and you can't see your face clearly. Brunette was covered in cold sweat such as wet sticks to the forehead. Leaned back on me. A faint smell of tobacco mixed with the scent of lemon. The carriage on the edge of the air lingered on the tip of my nose. Sorry, he opened his mouth. Weak, hypoglycemia. Is there sugar? I'm in a hurry. Tear open the sugar you bought at the supermarket to cook. Is this okay? He looked at the sugar in my palm. Smiled helplessly. Okay, he bowed his head slightly. Cool lips parted from my palm. I blushed. Quickly stand up. Lift him to his seat. You sit, you sit. The boy grabbed the bag of sugar and took a few bites. Then he raised his head. A pair of dark eyes appeared under the slightly curly forehead. That little bit of weakness and paleness was suppressed. Later, the corners of the eyes are slightly raised. There was a hint of temper on his eyebrows. Thanks, I just saw that. This is a good-looking boy. He was only in his early 20s. The bridge of the nose is narrow and straight. A single eyelid, maybe too thin, reveals a slight powder. However, the eyelashes are too long and dark. Pulled out a knife-sharp edge in the corner of the eye. That bit of perseverance also became handsome. You're welcome. I couldn't help but take another look. I didn't take this episode to heart. Until you get home and start cooking. I just remembered. The sugar is gone. I have to go down and buy it. I reluctantly took off my apron and went downstairs. However, as soon as I opened the door, I was stunned. in front of the door next door. The boy I just met on the bus, inserting a key into the keyhole. As soon as they saw me, his eyes lit up. It's you, so you're the new neighbor. I nodded. What a coincidence, I thought about it. Say hello again, are you better? He smiled and smiled. It's been a busy day. Forgot to eat. I didn't want to say it. However, looking at his young age, I couldn't help but persuade. When you are young, you still have to eat well. Otherwise, the stomach will be sick. He looks unruly, but nodded immediately. Okay, what a taste. It's so fragrant. Are you cooking? Well, but now I'm going to buy sugar. I watched him sniff around like a puppy. It smells so good. What do you cook? Well, I said politely. Tofu, fish head soup. There are also a couple of home-cooked dishes. Do you want to try it? Actually, I'm just polite. But I didn't expect his eyes to bend all of a sudden. May I? Uh-huh. Okay, then I'll go buy sugar. He took the shopping bag from my hand on his own. One hand in the pocket. The other hand waved at me. You go back and look at the fire. I'll be right back. In this way, I don't know how it came to be like this. The first day back, I was with the boys in the neighborhood. Let's eat around the table. He didn't lift his head when he ate. The cheeks are bulging. Ella mumbled. You're so good at it. I glanced at the boy named Zane. It's so much smaller than me, but she never called me sister. Ever since I knew my name. Just Ella's. I learned during the meal. He came out to start his own business. It's the busiest time. The company also has a small number of people. One person for 3 people. That's why I'm so busy that I can't eat. You don't know. I've been eating instant noodles for a week. It's been a long time since I've had such a good meal. I took a look. The black Richard Miller on his wrist. If memory serves. Liam also has one in his collection. You can buy a big G at the public price. Now it's even more ridiculously expensive. There is no place to buy money if you have money. The eldest young master with a car in his hand is holding a bowl. It's pitch black. His eyes looked at me without blinking. Can I add another bowl of rice? I nodded helplessly. I'm going to keep the fried rice for tomorrow tonight. A pot of rice was almost eaten by Zane. I was simply blown away by the amount of food he ate. I couldn't help but look at his stomach several times. I want to see those meals. Where did the bottom go? He probably felt a little embarrassed too. After actively brushing the dishes, probe out of the kitchen and ask if there's anything else I need to do. I thought about it. The light bulb in the house is broken. Why don't you help me get another one? I'm just saying it casually. I didn't expect this kind of big young master to repair light bulbs. I didn't expect him to go down decently. Bought a light bulb for me to change. When stepping on a stool and reaching out, a tight waist peeks out from the hem of the hoodie. The abdominal muscles are clearly visible. I couldn't help but look at it. I took another look. But he was caught by Zane. He smiled and bowed his head and asked, Is it good looking? Do you want me to lift it up and show you clearly? When you say and do something, you have to lift the hem. I was taken aback. Take a step back. Crazy hand waving, no. Until he went out. I still have the shadows of those abs in my head. This night, I thought I would have insomnia. After all, I just made up my mind to divorce. But it was probably suddenly disrupted by Chi-Yen. I didn't really think much about Liam. A few days after a good night's sleep, I walked around the neighborhood, looked at a few storefronts. I'm going to pick up the craft. Continue to fulfill the unfinished dream. Let's start by opening a small shop. The night slowly darkens the sky. While I was sitting on the couch and studying the recipe, the phone rang suddenly. Pick it up and take a look. It's Liam. 3 days have passed since the day I divorced him. It was the first time he had called. Why haven't you come back yet? His tone was as impatient as ever. It's like I'm making a fuss. I said calmly to Liam, I'm not going back. You're really going to get a divorce. He scoffed at Ella. How long are you going to make trouble? I don't want to quarrel with him anymore. You can sign the divorce agreement and send it to me. If there's something you're not satisfied with, we can discuss it again. Liam was silent for a moment. The tone sank with it. You said coldly, then hung up. It didn't affect my mood much, because Zane is here again. These days, it's like having a monitor in my house. Every time I cook, the doorbell began to ring. He didn't come empty-handed. Bring something every time. And what is expensive to bring? Durian that has just been put on the market, delicate tableware. At first glance, there is a vintage tea cake. If I don't take it, he will shove it into me. Said that he couldn't eat alone. Give it to me if you don't need it. When the time comes, he can continue to rub it. Every time he would give me a hand. Very easy to use. It's been a long time. I'm too embarrassed to refuse him. I accepted this meal in a daze. There is a stewed whole duck dish in the old recipe. I want to buy a duck and come back and try it. It just so happens that the supermarket is on sale in the evening. I'll go down for a walk when I'm free. As a result, I don't know that the old town is not safe and secure. Or am I unlucky? When I get home, I suddenly felt as if someone was following me behind me. I turned around, and the alley was dimly lit. A man walked slowly not far away. Something is wrong when I was out of the supermarket just now. I think I've seen this man before. I was covered in a cold sweat and came out all at once. I don't know if I'm thinking too much. Pick up the pace. Going to get rid of him. But he continued to follow. When going upstairs, I leaned over, and he went into the hallway. I was terrified. It took me the fastest time in my life to enter the house. Anti-lock door. Looking out of the cat's eye. The man didn't come. I breathed a sigh of relief. Thought it was over. I didn't expect to wake up in the early hours of the morning, only to find that there was a power outage in the house. And I don't know if it's my delusion. There seemed to be a sound outside the door. I had the courage to look through the cat's eye. It was pitch black outside. I can't see anything, but don't know why. My mind was on my head. A thought popped into my mind. There are people out there. I took a sharp step back, from the top of the head to the back of the feet. It was as if it was frozen, braving the cold. I don't care if I think about it or not. Quickly dialed 110. The police station is a bit far from home. The police officer on the line said it would take about 20 minutes to arrive. Let me keep myself safe. The movement outside the door is getting louder and louder. I was inherently timid. This time I was even more frightened and tears were about to fall. Subconsciously turn on your phone. Hit Liam's number. It was quickly connected. Feed. I leaned against the cumbersome bedroom door. Whispered with a crying voice. Liam, I'm not done yet. He interrupted me. Contemptuously repented. Wasn't you very hard before Ella? I was trembling all over. I can't care about his attitude. Liam, there's a knock on my door. I'm so scared, can you? Actually, what can he do? I'm just scared the most. Habitually seek his comfort. But Liam laughed. He sneered, trying to find a place to go down. Let's make up a more reliable reason. The words in my mouth suddenly came out of my mouth. I was silent for a long time. Hung up. No disappointment. I looked at the screen with a white light. I was going to get a divorce too. He doesn't seem to have a problem doing that. I just don't know why. I suddenly felt very tired. The heart is empty. As soon as the wind blows, it will be through. Even fear comes with exhaustion. Became a little numb. The sounds outside seemed to have stopped. Yet a moment later. But suddenly there was a man's cold voice. What are you doing? It was Zane's voice. Then there was the muffled sound of a heavy object falling to the ground. I hurriedly opened the door. Rushed out. I saw Zane's upper body naked. He wears long gray pajama pants underneath. He was looking down at the one he had poured to the ground. Skinny and lewd, middle-aged. Man, I ask you. He said coldly in the middle of the night. Do you pry? Someone else's door. What for? The man snorted bitterly. Glanced at the tall figure. A glance at Zane, who was muscular. Fear welled up in his eyes. Didn't do anything. I went to the wrong door. Zane sneered. Reach out and grab him. But I didn't expect that man's body to be very flexible. Twist and roll on the ground. Rushing downstairs in a frenzy. Zane lashed out. jumped straight down with one hand on the railing. He grabbed the man by the collar. The man simply didn't even want clothes. Directly, a golden cicada slipped out of its shell. Grass. Chi-Yen scolded. I glanced back at me. Or choose to come back to appease me. That night, the police came to take notes. They said the man was a repeat offender. He turned off my electric switch first. Wait for me to come out. Luckily, I didn't go out alone. Otherwise, the consequences will be unimaginable. After they are gone, I asked Zane how you would come out. I just worked out. He was still angry that he hadn't caught the man. I heard movement outside. Just come out and have a look. Thank you if it weren't for you today. I really don't know what to do anymore. I thanked Zane with a pale face. He looked at me for a moment. Suddenly he reached out and hugged me. The smell of a man completely enveloped me. He had some hot body temperature. It passed down the thin pajamas to me. I should have pushed him away. But this moment, my horror was really soothed. We were just in the hallway, hugging in the dim light. His back was smooth and strong, with the temperature of a scorching palm. The aroma of tobacco lingers in the slowly sticky air. It's like a net. Wrapped me up. There's something inexplicable. It seems to be fermenting. I don't know why my heart is beating hard. I pushed him away with some embarrassment. Thank you. Wait for me. Zane's face does not change color. I went back to my house. Then he sandwiched a pillow and a quilt. Came out, he shouldn't dare to come back. But just in case. I'll sleep at your house tonight. He said it so naturally, and there seems to be some truth to it. I want to refuse. The words came to his lips and he swallowed them back. Some hesitation. We've only known each other for a short time. Lonely men and widows live in the same room. It doesn't seem like it's going to be good. Rest assured, he seems to have seen through my thoughts. I grinned and said I slept on the couch. If you're worried, just lock the door and sleep well. I was scared, but don't know why. As soon as I thought of Chi-Yen, I was outside. The night was in a daze. I slept too. And a dreamless night. I was awakened by a scent. In a trance, I thought I was in a dream. Wear slippers and come out to take a look. Chi-Yen was wearing an apron in the kitchen. See me come out. He held a shovel and told me to wake up and wash. Come and eat. I boiled porridge. I'm standing in the corner. Suddenly there was a bit of a trance. I'm past the age where I'll be moved by a bowl of porridge, but at this moment, my heart is still warm, as Zane brought the sweet porridge to me. I can't help but say, I don't see that you can cook. I won't. Zane is a little smug. But I'll learn. Follow the video. Not a single step is wrong. I smiled, thank you. Actually, you don't have to do that. Just wait for me to do it. Zane suddenly smiled. Look at me seriously. Seriously, Ella. Cooking is your hobby, not your obligation. No one has to cook for anyone else. You don't have to. I was stunned. I just said that sentence completely habitually. Because I've been with Liam for so many years. I've always been the one who cooks. He doesn't know how to cook. I've never cooked before. Occasionally, when I'm sick. It's all done by aunts at home. I never thought about it. Someday someone will say to me, cooking is just my hobby. It's not my obligation. Someone will cook for me. Then, tell me. I don't need that. I bowed my head. Suddenly, I felt it. In the past 7 years. It seems like I'm really wrong. Liam was right. I shouldn't have been circling around him all the time. Just then. I thought it would be good for both of us. Now I understand. In fact, marriage should not be a bottomless accommodation for one party. Before leaving, Zane told me, call me as soon as there is anything. He curled the corners of his mouth. Don't be afraid. With me here, the shop is slowly starting to get on the right track. The decoration is all in the style I like. There are not many tables and chairs in the shop, because I'm alone for now. Can't take care of it. I'm going to put the menu in order. Pick a good day to open in the future. The busy menu days are fulfilling. Wait for the phone monitor to pop up the notification. I just realized it. I haven't thought about Liam in a long time. The surveillance indicates that there is a stranger in the house. I clicked in and took a look. Chloe is holding a drunken Liam. Propped him up into the couch with difficulty. Liam's brow furrowed, slightly hunched up. He had a stomach problem again, and it hurt. He muttered, "Medicine." Chloe rummaged through the cabinets. "I don't know where the medicine is." "I really can't help it." Ordered a takeaway to deliver medicine. He fed Liam some hot water. "The medicine will arrive in a moment." Wait. As a result, after the medicine arrived, it's not the kind that Liam eats. After feeding, the pain on his face didn't diminish at all. Chloe didn't know. Liam's stomach medicine is a hospital-specific medicine, thousands of miles away. That's where I finally got in. I went to prescribe medication to him every 3 months. I have been in the house for 7 years. Come rain, come shine. Not once. When he had a stomach attack. I'll also make a stomach soup for him to drink. Drank soup and took medicine. The stomach pain has eased. Actually, a few years ago. His stomach has been almost healed by me. Just this year. He went home less and less. The food is also becoming more and more regular. Stomach problems are starting to happen again. Now I'm gone. No one prescribed him medicine. I think I've already finished taking the medicine. No one cooked the soup for him. Liam dragged Chloe over, leaning over her neck. Chloe was still blushing at first. Sheepishly, he reached out to hug him. But when I heard Liam's murmur, paused, his face sank. Lu Shuming's name is Ella. I looked down at my phone screen. I don't know what it's like. I'm not Ella. Chloe struggled. The tree is bright. The tree is bright. You've misidentified the wrong person. Lu Shuming barely opened his eyes. Subconsciously pushed him out when he saw him. Who are you? What about Ella? Get out. Ella. Chloe's face was so dark that it could drip water. He scrambled to his feet, picked up the bag, and left in a huff. I put my phone down. Close your eyes in the wee hours of the morning. The big car outside woke me up. I opened my eyes in a daze. When I pick up my phone and look at the time, found that Lu Shuming was still sitting in the living room. He looked sober. Just sat quietly in the dark living room. It seems a little lonely for no reason. Sit for a while. He got up and went to the drawer to rummage through his stomach pills. It's just that sure enough, the medicine has been eaten. It's empty. He just squatted like this for a while. I don't know what I'm thinking. After a long time, he simply sat down on the ground. Light a cigarette. His stomach hurts. It's even more dramatic when you smoke. But he didn't seem to care anymore. I didn't feel much joy. Even the lack of interest looked at it for a while and then put down the phone. Until the next morning when I woke up. I realized that Liam was still sitting in the living room. He was surrounded by cigarette butts. Sleepless nights. When I got a call from Chloe. I'm watching a TV series in the living room. The rain on a summer night was dripping. Raindrops hit the glass, shattered and meandered, turning into watermarks. Lying on my side every year, snoring. So he said, let's talk. I ate the durian that Zane bought. I couldn't help frowning. I have something to talk to you about. You're already planning to divorce him. Still pestering him like this. What's the point? Or are you just trying to get away with it? I'm going to regret it again. I don't know what you're talking about. I was about to hang up. Chloe was annoyed. What do you pretend? If you hadn't pestered him, how could the tree folk be these days? Suddenly he became cold to me. I'm telling you, it's useless for you to do that. Do you know what he told me about you before? He said you'd only revolve around him all day long. He's tired of it. He said I reminded him of when he was younger. Said it was a pleasure to be with me. I couldn't help but laugh. He likes you so much. Why don't you go to someone else? There was a sudden knock on the door. I thought it was milk tea just called. Step on your slippers and open the door. Chloe didn't speak. Half a day later, he gritted his teeth and said that he went to look for you. You're satisfied. So it's useless for you to snatch him back. Soon he'll get tired of you again. He can cheat once. Can cheat twice or 3 times. Sooner or later, he will figure it out. Who the hell does he like? He said it so brazenly. It was an eye-opener. But I don't think Liam will come to me. We've been apart for so long. I haven't seen him contact me. I'm too lazy to dwell on Chloe. Spit out a few words to him. Don't fart. You don't stink. I'm disgusting. Then hung up the phone. However, the moment the door was opened, I was stunned. Liam stood outside, soaking wet. There was not a trace of blood on his lips. Looked straight at me. It's embarrassing. He actually came. What are you here for? I'm a little puzzled. I'll just ask you to send me the divorce agreement. You don't have to send it yourself. Liam looked at me for a long time. Suddenly, he came to his senses. Come back, I suddenly feel ridiculous. In a year-long quarrel. Half a year of the Cold War. There are also 2 months after the divorce. He suddenly appeared in front of my door. Let me go back. You're sick. I don't want to say more. You have to hang the door. It happened that the neighbors and upstairs came down. Oops, why is it raining all of a sudden? I'm still out there. He caught a glimpse of Liam. Some are wary of it. Who is this man? I'll tell you. The guy who tailgated and pried at your door. Caught by the police. I heard that the detention already. He stared at Liam. With a warning in his words. My heart warmed. This is a friend of mine from before. Thank you, Aunt Wong. Oh, that's good. Aunt Wong turned around. Saw Liam's face. The suspicion on his face disappeared at once. Eyes lit up. Oops, Xiaogu. This friend of yours is so good-looking. Is there a object? My niece, she's married, oh. Aunt Wong smacked his lips. Reluctantly, he glanced at Liam again. It's a pity to go down. Liam pressed against the door. I was a little stunned that what you said that day was true. Someone knocked on your door. I looked up coldly. Or else. I thought you were there. There was something complicated in his eyes. Sorry, come on. I tugged at the corners of my mouth. If I really count on you. I guess I'm already cold by now. Keep your worthless apologies. So Liam grabbed my hand. Water droplets dripped from his black forehead. He pursed his lips. I'm serious. I was too much before. We've managed to get to where we are today. There's no need to make such an ugly fuss. When you come back, I can transfer Chloe to the branch. Don't let her appear in front of you again in the future. What do you think? I looked at the one in front of me. A man I've been in love with since I was a teenager. Some trance. Liam means to whitewash the piece.